I, it doesn't really matter if we hate each other, if Nigma and Oswald hate each other, if they love each other. We're just sort of like, yeah, we're working together. You know, it's just like that, yeah.
And speaking of Drew, your scenes between Penguin and Bush / Solomon are some of the great. I mean, they're so funny.
I love it. Yeah, I think so much of that comes from the visual. Like, there's just like visually, you know, Mutt and Jeff, the whole thing is like Drew is he's basically a wall, and then there's me, and it's like, you know, and that, especially since he's become Solomon, you know, his mental faculties. What? His brain isn't as quite as sharp as he used to be when he was Butch, and so that adds another, you know, dimension to it about the opposites. And I think, you know, humor comes from opposites, and like I think that's what I definitely respond to, and hopefully a lot of other people do too. Yeah.
Now, how much of the back and forth are you allowed to kind of play with? And, you know, is like all of it scripted, or is it some, because, you know, the scene you had where he's talking about, you know, shoving chicken bones up the guy's nose. I mean, is that all scripted, or is it you guys are allowed a little wiggle room to kind of play with it?
I think we're allowed a little wiggle room, but a lot of this stuff, I would say like 90%, or maybe more, is scripted. I mean, our writers are just incredible. They're fantastic. They also, they know our voices so well at this point that, you know, it has that feel of being like sort of, you know, on the spot, like it just, you know, improvisational, but it's just because they are in our brains, and they're like, and John Stevens has said, like, and the other writers have said, like, you know, when we write a line for Oswald, hear your voice, you know, and so yeah, I think it's like having that connection to them is really special, and of course, like, but, you know, and it's also like, it's a different thing too, because we usually get a couple new writers, you know, every season. Like the room changes up a little bit, and, you know, you'll get a new writer who will write a script, and, you know, every once in a while there's like something in there where it's like, oh, this writer wasn't here in season 2 when I said that, and so therefore this makes absolutely no sense. And so they rely on us to come back to them and say, you know, this doesn't work because 2 years ago I did that, and, you know, it's not gonna, and they're super open to that and appreciate it, which is nice. It's nice to have, like, just to have that camaraderie and that connection, you know. It feels like an old school, like an old school theatrical group that has, like, you know, a couple $1 million budget, you know what I mean?